The decisions you make under pressure can either make or break you. At least that's what they say. Internally, we visualize ourselves as clutch players, but not everyone can capitalize on those moments. What happens when the numbers of outs you have are limited? How do you know which shot to take? Or if you should even take a shot? How can you become the player everyone talks about instead of just being a +1 in someone's gameplay? It's almost become taboo to talk about decision making when it comes to growing as a player. Use this loadout, make sure you rotate here, prioritize this. Although there are normally good intentions, the biggest problem I have with a lot of the info is that it puts you right here. This is what we call a trend line. It's what you do when you turn your brain off. I took shots, so I should lay down and plate, or the zone is collapsing, so I need to move now. There's nothing wrong with making sure you're at least not below this curve, but what happens if you get stuck on the trend line? You become predictable. Everybody in the lobby knows the next move you're gonna make, and it makes you a non-threat. So how do you escape from this line and become the opposite of that? Depending on the situation, you might have limited choices, but there are always tools at your disposal. The better player you become, the faster you can recognize what those are and how to act on them. And right now, I don't have a lot of choices. This is the tail end of a solo quads match, meaning each team I go against potentially has 4 players still alive. As the outer zones collapsed, I tried to work myself into a center position, but I'm being held by a team inside this house. I don't have any smokes for cover, and all that's left is this sliver of safety behind this wall. What are my options? Well, I do have plenty of plates and ammo, so I can take a fight if needed, but I'm not really in a great position to survive something like that for long. I do still have a gas mask I can make a play with, but the house team knows I'm here. The average trend line play would be to wrap as wide as I can with my gas mask and hope that I don't bump into someone, but if I were to disappear for that long, the other team knows exactly what I'm gonna do. It's a little bit of a gamble, but the strongest move for me to make is to force this rock right here. I need a window of opportunity to get there though. I just have to get this guy to back off for a second. Don't panic, get shots on first. Now I make my move. Hop the fence and hold. I did great to get those first shots, but somebody could easily reach out that window. I'm still mostly plated, so there's no need for me to scramble blindly. Why here? Well, there's less angles from the windows and I'm still protected from my backside. I just came from the left, so I know I'm safe there. The only other variable could be someone lying prone on the other side of the rock, but we just saw them res from deeper to the right, so it's very unlikely they've made it here yet. Decision making is always about putting yourself in positions of strength and limiting those opportunities for randomness to ruin your game. By taking a more abrasive route, I've made it easier to get to the house. But they're back and plated. This next sequence goes kinda quick, and it's where the experience does kick in. I spot a smoke and a grenade on the ground next to me. I was able to grab that nade, but I really want that smoke to bump in. Gas is moving quickly. Instead of hiding and plating, I play my heady behind this rock here and rip the player out of the window. Now we can throw that smoke and start to advance. All of that started with the decision not to make that slow wrap out of zone and instead work for that strong, better position. Stronger decisions equals better opportunities. We've made it to the window warriors. Let's take a breath. In situations like these, it's easy to start running around headless or trying to force gunfights you don't have to take. Move quickly when you have to, but make sure to take a second to absorb the information when you can. There's still 5 teams up and 10 players, meaning it's unlikely there's still a full team of 4 and the window team is probably still rezzing that teammate I knocked. Check the stairwell, but there's no need to sprint up it. The house isn't safe, so I'm gonna work my way on the outside into zone.
God damn.
A gas mask. We now have a new tool in the bag. The easy decision here would be to rotate ahead of the window team and hold them. But hold them from where? And what if there's a team already ahead of me doing that? I don't have any info in that area in front of me, but what I do have now is time. The gas mask gives me time to figure out my rotation, and I use that to get a vantage point on the roof. And would you look at that? They're scrambling to get in. I really needed to get a knock here, but I do still have options. It looks like there are two teams about to fight, so I decided to dip off to the side. It's a temporary getaway, but I am pretty exposed down here. I can either continue to rotate down to the right or see if I can't work a third party up top. I've got more info about what's happening up top, and I feel confident I can catch the surviving team off guard here. This next bit you might call luck, but I've thrown a lot of throwing knives in Call of Duty. Throwing knives are actually extremely potent in this iteration of Warzone. Not only are they good for finishing players, but it's an easy way to break plates and almost even the gunfight if I am at a lower health. Time to get busy. I quickly clear out the building and take stock of what I have and where I'm at. Full plates, 2 smokes, 1 knife. 2 teams and 4 players. Either it's a 2v2v1 or a 3v1v1. The remaining players are gonna have to rotate from down below up to me on this street here, so I take hold of the only cover I have, these 2 loadout boxes. And this is about as bad as it can get. Flashed and drill charged with 3 people pushing me. And is that a riot shield? Gotta move. Made it down below, but they're gonna be looking for me. From here, the only thing on my mind is to get distance and catch them overextending. With this scenario, I'm not gonna be able to take all 3 players at once. We can either scramble here or try to buy some time. I go for time. Like I said, I've thrown a lot of knives.
Ah, he got me.
They're gonna look to trade, gotta move again. And as I crest above the railing, my heart sinks. All 3 have riot shields, and they were able to get the one I knocked up. It also means this is a 3v1v1. I don't know where the other solo is, and I have no cover. There are ways to get past riot shields, but I've used all the tools in my bag, and without a stun or a nade, this is gonna be tough. The only chance I have now is to try and finesse.
Ah, he got me. God damn it, how the fuck?
No! What am I to do? What am I to do? How are they not fighting? What am I to do indeed? I did great to re-knock the player I had knifed.
Over here. God damn it, how the...
But right here is where I lose the fight. In my head, I felt like I couldn't rotate to the right in case a solo was there, so I tried to force them to chase down below. Not only do they close that gap faster than I can get a pick, but the solo comes out of the gas below me, I get sandwiched, and the solo ends up securing the win.
No!
It's a tough way to go out, but it's a simple reminder that sometimes, no matter how efficient you are with your movements and decisions, not everything is in your control. But did we stay ahead of the curve? What would you have done in those situations? Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check out my second channel if you like more Warzone gameplay, and subscribe here to get notified when I post again. I'll see you all in the next one.